Hey guys, so how you all doing? My name is Gopal from Ekalavyas, and yeah, so this is the first ever sort of video where I'm just speaking to you on camera, and I'm excited about this. So this series is just going to be my thoughts about different things happening around uh, the basketball scene in India. Right, there's so much happening, and so today I'd like to just share my thoughts about the new Streetball League that's been announced. If you've been following Ekalavyas on all our platforms, you'd have seen that there's this new league that's come up, which is like a 3x3 league uh, in Bombay, and it's backed by some really big names in the entertainment industry. We have guys like Ranvijay Singha, Gursimran Khamba, actors Isha Gupta, Sana Khan, choreographer uh, Melvin Lewis. So all these influencers and youth icons have come together and are part of the first ever streetball league. Like I said, it's a 3x3 league, and last night was the auctions. So I was watching the auction video last night, and it was great. It's on Ranvijay Singha's YouTube channel, so do check it out. It was live streamed, the auctions, and loved the vibes. Loved the vibes coming out of it. It was good fun, friendly banter, bunch of young, uh, passionate achievers in other fields, actors, comedians, all coming together and trying to do something for basketball, which is of course much needed, right? Like we have been waiting for something to happen in the Indian basketball space for a while now. We've had UBA, which was the Pro Basketball League, but then that got shut. Then the 3BL, which is a pro basketball league for men, that had its inaugural season last year, and season 2 is happening. So I'll talk about that as well, probably another video, right? So the streetball league is what I saw, or what I'm seeing so far, is super exciting. It's a semi-pro league, pro am kind of league, where most of the players are not obviously like the biggest names in Indian basketball, right? The whole point of this is to encourage uh, talent which is one rung below professional athletes, right? They had these tryouts in Bombay, I think last month, and from these tryouts they picked out the top. They shortlisted a bunch of guys, and those were the players who were auctioned yesterday, and all the owners were present, and yeah, so in couple of and I checked out the players in the auction. Honestly, they're all many of them are new names. There are some that I recognized. For example, Saurav Singha was one of the players who was auctioned, and he actually has played basketball at the India U16 level. So again, like this streetball league is like a chance for players who are one rung below the best of the best in India, a chance for them to showcase what their level is, what their quality is. And the league hasn't started yet. The auctions were last night. It's probably going to start soon, and it is going to be, I think, held over 2 months. So let's see, August, September, October. This seems to be like the time everything's happening. Even the 3BL season 2 is going to start on August 2nd. So we have a lot of 3x3 action happening, which is not a surprise, because 3x3 actually is I hate to make this analogy, but it's like the T20 version of basketball. It's an Olympic sport now, which is great, and it's also easier to organize. You can have 3x3 games on just half courts on either side. So the streetball league is a 3x3 league, but they have tweaked it. They have the promoters Ranvijay Singha and his brother Harman, who's also an influencer and producer, and basically he's also in the entertainment industry along with his brother. They have modified it, right? So the streetball league is going to be 24 minutes each game, divided into two halves, 12 minutes each, and the last 2 minutes or last few minutes in each of these halves is going to be something they're calling it clutch time, where the points double for every basket that you score. I think that's a great innovation. That's super exciting. I want to see how that pans out, because teams that are trailing, we have all played pickup games, right? And some of these pickup games we have played, I mean, it gets boring, monotonous, because some guy will knock down three, four back-to-back threes, and suddenly is, and if it's a race to 11, like how most pickup games are, then pretty much the result is decided. But having something like clutch time, where the points double in the last 2 minutes of each half, gives trailing teams a chance to come back. And another also interestingly rule that they have is that every team here, there are I think around 10 to 12 teams. Even the number of teams they're still figuring out. Couple of teams they had announced initially are going to be replaced by other teams, so they're still figuring out all these logistics. But so every team has an all-star player, and which is picked beforehand. So this all-star player on each team is not part of the tryouts. They were already decided beforehand, and there are some good names coming out who are all-star players. Like we have the number one 3x3 player in India, number one ranked 3x3 player in India. His name is Dhruv Burman. Again, Dhruv Burman. I mean, he's sort of a new name that's become very popular in the last few years. I don't remember him honestly from the 5x5 circuits or from the nationals, but I mean he's a 3x3 expert, so to speak, we can say now, because he's been part of the 3BL. So he's an all-star. Then we also have Iban Himes, again a familiar name for those of you who've been following the Indian basketball scene. Iban is like again a fascinating story, and he's an Indo-Israeli, right? So who has also grown up in Australia. So he's been around the world. He's played professionally in Israel, and he's also been part of he's been part of UBA and 3BL, and now he's an all-star player in the Streetball League as well with actor Isha Gupta's team. Isha Gupta, you might remember from the friendly banter that I had with her on Instagram. But anyway, I'm not going to talk about that now. That's not the point of this. Then then some of the All-Star players are also actually the team owners themselves. You know, Melvin Lewis, the viral YouTube choreographer and dancer. He himself is very passionate about basketball, and he's appeared on NBA India's Saturday morning live show. So he himself is an all-star, or not on his team, which is funny, but he is an all-star on another team which is owned by Sana Khan, who's also an actor. And what I found out from the auction night, because that's the kind of jokes they were running, is that about how apparently Melvin and Sana are dating, right? So Melvin put himself as an all-star on his girlfriend's team. So yeah, fun stuff like this. It's like I said, the vibe was very chill, very casual from the auction. You can watch the full video of the auction night. It's on Ranvijay Singha's YouTube channel. It's like a live stream, 2 hours, but it's fun. It's worth watching because this is the first time we are seeing Indian basketball players get auctioned, right? And that is historic in a way, to see someone go with a hammer and people bidding for players, because we have only seen that before in India in other sports, mainly in the IPL, and obviously there are other leagues as well coming up. So it is great to see Indian basketball players wanted, in a sense, and there was people bidding and raising bids and all of that. So that was a great scene. So yeah, so that's the scene. You have all-star players, and you also have all these players picked up at the auction, and you have this new rule for the last 2 minutes called clutch time, where the points double. The league should start soon. It looks super promising, and I love the fact that we have these promoters and influencers who are looking to give back to the sport that, in a sense, has made them who they are today, right? Made them achievers in their field. Like Ranvijay, for example, has played basketball. He's represented Delhi in the nationals. He's also been part of the Hansraj college team in DU, which obviously DU is one of the most active college circuits. So he played there before he went on to become such a sensation through the roadies and on MTV and in other shows. So the other names like Simran Kaur Mundi, again, she's the co-host of or a regular guest at Saturday Morning Live. Simran Kaur Mundi also played basketball at the national level, and then she made a name for herself through modeling and acting. So she's also another owner. Then you have comedian Gursimran Khamba from AIB. Again, many of these guys have appeared on NBA's promotional videos and shows and stuff, and I'm glad that they are starting something for Indian basketball players, right? Because we know the reality that the NBA is huge. It's a huge brand, but at the end there is still a it's a different world between what the NBA is and what Indian basketball is. So I'm glad all of these promoters and influencers are coming together to create something, create opportunities for basketball within India. So now we actually have 3BL and we have the Streetball League, and both these leagues are there for both men and women, and I think that is something that needs to be highlighted, right? Because you see many other sports, the women's leagues always come 10, 15, 20 years later after a lot of struggle and movement and persuasion. But here we have right from the initial stages. You have 3BL started a women's division, women's league in season 2. Streetball has announced it right from uh, right from their inaugural season. So let's see, and it's cool what they're trying to create. Again, this is something that was announced at the auction night. Is apart from the action itself, apart from the 3x3 action, they're also going to have live performances, hip hop performances. Again, Melvin Lewis, who's a choreographer, might get some dance crews down, hip hop dance crews. Then you might have also rappers who perform at halftime between games. So the vibe is going to be like that basketball wala vibe, right? Because we have played so many, all of us have played basketball tournaments where the performances again are great. They're traditional Indian folk performances and all, which obviously, I mean, shout out, we have to respect our culture, which is awesome. But a sport like basketball has a distinct energy, it has a distinct vibe. So even the entertainment quotient around the sport uh, has to be has to reflect that energy, and that's where I think hip hop has come in. Again, this is something I've spoken about a lot. I have also written about this, so go check out my article on hip hop and Indian basketball. It's on the NBA India website, so I'm doing like a shameless self plug, right? So it's interesting to see how this league is going to pan out, how it's going to grow. Are they going to stay being semi-pro, or is it going to evolve into a full professional league? These are all questions. I hope they are in it for the long haul. So yeah, good luck, man. Good luck. I hope this league succeeds, and I'm wishing the promoters and the teams and the owners, everyone, all the very best. And let's see. Streetball League is here. So yeah, this is my thought. These are my thoughts on the Streetball League. If you like this video, please comment, share your thoughts, let me know. This is the first video that I'm doing under this series. I'm hoping that maybe every week I will share my thoughts on whatever issue that I feel strongly about, or any new exciting development in Indian basketball. If there's anything you want me to talk about, any issue you want me to discuss, go ahead, comment on this. If there's anything I can improve, go ahead, tell me. Right, let's keep this going, let's keep the conversation going, because these are exciting times for Indian basketball. So peace. And I don't know if you can see a lot of this, my t-shirt, but this again is a brown man kid jump t-shirt. You've already seen this in other videos, in the sneaker review that my colleague Animesh put up. He was wearing the same thing. So that's something we're trying to get Ekalavyas merchandise going. You'll find this will be available for sale in a few weeks, right? That's another exciting announcement. This You can actually get your hands on exclusive Ekalavyas basketball merch meant for an Indian audience. Hashtag Brown Men Can Jump. Let's show that Indian guys have athleticism. And also, I get it. We'll also be doing an exclusive design soon for women ballers, because that's what it's about, right? It's about inclusivity. That's what 3BL Streetball League is all about. It's about getting men, women, children, young, old. Let's just play ball and let's make this happen. So peace.